What's up, everybody? Kyle Scott of CrossingBroad.com here today to talk a little bit about the dominant sports betting app in New Jersey so far, FanDuel Sportsbook. We're going to give a brief overview of why it is currently crushing everybody in the market. But before we do, be sure to hit subscribe down below. If you're watching on Instagram, give us a like, give us a follow. Be sure to leave a comment. You want to see us to do a betting video about something. We have videos on how-tos, upcoming games, sportsbook reviews, whatever you want to see, leave a comment down below. So as I mentioned before, FanDuel has been absolutely dominating the market since February. In fact, it all started when they ran their 53-1 Super Bowl promo, where they offered 53-1 odds up to a $5 bet on one of two teams to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, a huge way to bring in new players. It has worked. While they clearly would have taken a loss on the Super Bowl, they've gained a ton of new players and have increased their lead over DraftKings as the runaway favorite, getting more than half of the total handle in New Jersey last month. So why is FanDuel so good and so popular? In my view, it's three things. First and foremost, interface. Now, this one might seem obvious, but for a sports betting app, it has to look good. It has to look at home on your phone next to apps like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and all the other mobile-first technology apps on your phone. A lot of the casino-based sports books, like MGM, Caesars, they look like afterthoughts to the physical casino for those companies. They are clearly not designed for a mobile-first audience, whereas DraftKings, FanDuel, and PointsBet all excel in this area. They're technology companies. FanDuel is the best of the bunch. It looks great, it's clean, it's easy to use, it's immediately apparent how to place a bet. You tap the number, your bet slip slides up, you lock in your bet. Now, it's not perfect. They had a glitch on iPhone 10 and 10s for about 4 months too long when you were trying to swipe home. They've since fixed it, but it took way too long for them to fix common little bugs on the most popular device that they're gonna offer the app for. That said, it is an excellent interface and it's easy to get around. Number two is variety of play. Now, this kind of goes hand in hand with the interface. All of the apps allow you to bet on all the major sports, in-game, live, props, parlays, odds boost. Each app kind of has its own separate area in which they excel in this regard. PointsBet offers points betting and name a bet. FanDuel offers a ton of in-game options and inning-based options for baseball. DraftKings and SugarHouse are powered by Canby and have no shortage of sports, darts, cricket, you name it. FanDuel doesn't have all of those far-flung sports, but they have as many options as anybody for the major U.S. sports, and they've recently added tennis live streaming. Tennis is a huge betting sport, even here in the U.S., making up like 3 to 5% of the bets because it's an easy thing to bet on. There's a lot of events happening, and you can now live stream some tennis events in FanDuel. So they have a ton of action, but the most important thing is it's easy to get around the app. It's easy to find where you're going, what sport you're looking for, what type of bet. FanDuel, more than any other app out there, makes it easy to navigate their variety. So that's two. Three, marketing. Now, this one is pretty straightforward. FanDuel and DraftKings came into the market with a huge advantage because everyone knew them as sports action, careful not to say betting, action companies, because they were huge daily fantasy sports companies. Doesn't hurt that FanDuel backs the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands in North Jersey, which is effectively the closest legal sportsbook to New York City, with a lot of people driving over the bridge. So FanDuel does an excellent job marketing themselves. They have the brand recognition, they spend the advertising dollars, and most sports fans know who they are. Doesn't necessarily mean they're the best app, but when them and DraftKings are among the best at marketing themselves, they're going to be the early leaders. Now, there's a couple of things we don't love about FanDuel. First and foremost, their odds and prices are occasionally suspect. Now, that is not to accuse them of overcharging the way people were up in arms when legal sports betting came out and accused DraftKings and FanDuel of charging way more than offshore books. Well, newsflash, you will often pay more with legal sports books because they have to fall under regulation, there's costs associated with that, and they have to pay taxes, like 13% in New Jersey, 36% it's going to be in Pennsylvania. So there are added costs with running a regulated sports book that the offshore books don't have to worry about. So you might see over time that the legal books do charge more for their bets. FanDuel, though, anecdotally seems to be pricier than anybody else at an eyeballs test. It's very difficult to prove this out because the odds are always changing, money lines are always changing, real-time bets are changing super fast. But generally speaking, we've run through a series of bets, and about 60-40, they tend to be more expensive than DraftKings, offering a little bit pricier juice. Now, that might change over time. You're certainly going to find times where DraftKings or Sugar House or PointsBet is more expensive, but those companies have been a little bit more aggressive in pricing some of their action. The other thing with FanDuel is their deposit bonus. Now, when you're the biggest and the most popular, it doesn't really matter. But they only offer a $500 risk-free bet to new users. Most offers in Jersey are for $500, save for PointsBet that offers you $1,000 worth of risk-free bets. However, other companies offer a $500 bet match, a free bet with no deposit plus $500, a straight deposit match where at Sugar House you deposit $250 and they'll match it with another $250 that you can play with however you see fit. All FanDuel does is give you one bet, your first bet, up to $500, and if you lose it, you get the free bet. If you win it, really you don't get a bonus. So it's fine, it's a standard offer, but among all these sign-up offers, it's certainly not the best out there. In terms of deposit options, they have plenty. You can do all the standard banking, credit card, e-check, all that stuff. They also have Pay Near Me, Pay a Cage at the FanDuel Sportsbook. So it's easy to get your money in, but don't love the deposit bonus. So that's FanDuel Sportsbook. They're clearly dominating the market in New Jersey, and they're probably going to extend their lead. They have a partnership here in Pennsylvania with Valley Forge Casino and Resort and should be live sometime before football season. DraftKings, their biggest competitor, does not yet have a partnership and doesn't look like they're going to be in PA anytime soon. Now, while they'll be in smaller states like West Virginia, FanDuel, when the market effectively doubles when PA goes online, will be here in PA, and it looks like they extend their lead as sports betting fans out across the country, so they show no signs of slowing down. We can definitely recommend FanDuel. It's not perfect, but it's very good, clearly the most popular. If you want to get that $500 risk-free bet, click the link below. If you like what you see, subscribe to our channel for more sports betting videos. Give us a like, follow us on Instagram, wherever you're watching, you know the drill. Thanks for watching.